Hey there, Glam Tribe. Welcome back to my channel. If you're returning, I'm so happy to hang out with you again. If you're new and just stumbled upon my channel, you guessed it, we're going to be talking about the Bite Beauty Foundation. I do have a lot of bloopers that I don't tend to leave in here, but that will be a one. But this will not be a comedy video. We will be talking about the Bite Beauty Supercharged Foundation and the primer, and then I also have the setting powder, so I'll be wearing that today and chatting about it with you all. This product was sent to me free via Influenster for review purposes. If you're newer into content creation and kind of want to start trying to get some free product, I've been with them for years, and I'll leave that information down in the description box below. All that aside, so this foundation retails for $39.50. It's described as being a medium buildable coverage. It is vegan, cruelty-free, and packed with antioxidants and also micellar technology. So it's supposed to really feel good on the skin. I've been using it for a while and it does feel good on the skin. It's not crazy. But we're going to test about the coverage because I do have hyperpigmentation. I try to minimize the look of it, and then also the staying power on my combination oily skin, which is a good time to test it out because I'm about to go to the fair. So I'm already running behind and we're going to go ahead and get into it. So we're going to get started with a clean face and then the Changemaker primer. They do have two formulas, one for dry skin and this one is for normal to oily skin. So of course I have normal to oily, and we're going to go ahead and get this one going. I'm going to take like a pretty generous amount and tap it all over the face and then smooth it over. My pores have definitely reduced over the years. So I don't need something too pore feeling. I just need something that help keep me matte all day. So the shade that they sent me was T135, and they asked me questions to try to match me accurately. This is a little too dark for me, but I can actually make it work. So I'm just gonna tap a little product all over. So kind of two deposits. And it's very creamy, like it's a very creamy consistency. But as you're gonna see is this is a little too warm for me, for starters. Like it's really warm on me, but honestly once I do bronzing and contouring and all that stuff, it's not too bad. And this is areas where I'm having most of the hyperpigmentation. And I just, like, you can use a finger to apply it. You can use a beauty sponge. I usually use a, like, foundation brush and then press it in with a beauty sponge. So I'm going to zoom you in so you can see how this is actually truly, like, a medium coverage. So you can see the hyperpigmentation still spotting through. The cool thing about this foundation is that it has a very skin-like natural finish. But for coverage, to me, this will give me like the vibe of when I need to be on the go really quickly, running errands, because this is not like the true beat foundation. So I'm just going to zip through the rest of my complexion routine, just doing like my concealer and highlighting and contouring. I'll be right back in a little bit. I'm using the Flexible Coverage Pressed Powder in the color Tan 2, and this is like it, and this is it like compared to me. I'm just going to use a big face brush and just glide that onto the skin in circular motions. I like to use pressed powders to kind of help hide and minimize any lines of demarcation that can happen with contouring and highlighting and all that jazz, because it's kind of inevitable. You just got to know how to work with it. Now that we've gotten through the full routine that I'm using with this complexion system, I'm just going to go ahead and hop off and get the rest of my face together and chat with you all very soon. Okay, Glam Tribe, I'm back. I've been living life. I had like a whole Valentine's Day dinner, went to the fair. I was outside in this Florida weather that's doing the absolute most because it was like drizzly and muggy and all that fun stuff. So this is about 6 hours aware of this foundation, and I'm gonna zoom you in a little bit more. So the oil is definitely breaking through in my normal trouble areas, like my forehead, like right in the center, my nose, right here in this area of my cheek, like closer to my nose. Even in my chin and smile line area, like it is really, really shiny. So even setting it, it does not hold up for a very long time. So no, this is not holding me up a full 12-hour wear. Usually I'll take this like pressed powder also from Bite Beauty and touch up spots to try to like calm it down and get it like back in order, and that will kind of help. But this is not like a 12-hour wear foundation. Like really the 6 hours that I've been wearing it is like the max life I feel that I get out of it, because after it just deteriorates a lot for my personal liking. So earlier we saw that this was not the best shade match for me. There is a total of 32 colors in this foundation formula, which really, of course, there's a good variety. However, I will have to say, as I have worn it, it's kind of optimized to complement me pretty nicely. That's why, even though it's not the right shade match for me, I've been able to work with it thus far. They do sell this foundation in Sephora, so you can go and get matched there and get samples and see how it wears on your skin before you buy, which I always recommend when buying foundation. And don't forget that this does retail for $39.50, and there are 32 shades available in this foundation formula. So now that we're done chit-chatting through the demo and the product details, let's talk about who this is for. This whole Changemaker complexion system right here, like, who needs this? Now this one for me is like a so-so. Like, this is not an everyday foundation for oily combination skin types, because it is pretty tricky to deal with. You have to set it extremely well for it not to start cracking and breaking through at about 4 to 5 hour time mark of your day, and I really don't have time for that, so I'm not going to set anyone up for that. However, if you're on the dry and mildly oily skin spectrum, this is a good one for you. Even though they formulated the primers to suit multiple skin types, so it makes the foundation compatible, I really think if they broke it out and did 2 different formulations to the foundation as well, us oily combination skin girls would probably have a fighting chance out here in these streets. Now it's time for you to let me know what you think about this complexion system in the comments down below. Let me know as well if you have any other questions, because this is just the beginning of our conversation. I can't wait to connect with you further in the comments below. And as always, I will link product information in the description box with also some shoppable links to it if you're interested in purchasing it for yourself. These are commissionable links, and I do appreciate if you shop through them, because they just go back to support me. And last but not least, before we say goodbye, if you're into beauty and makeup and fashion content, don't forget to hit subscribe and join the tribe. And once you do, hit the bell notification so that way you know about all of my uploads first. And I will chat with you all very soon. Thank you for hanging out with me today. It's been fun chatting some makeup with you. See you